Welcome to Season 2 of Welcome to My Home. We are at Kaiserberg and it's a part of the Stadtwald, the city forest. The Kaiserberg, with its 75 meters over sea level, is not the highest point here in Duisburg. That belongs to the city forest. The city forest has several points that are higher, but still. The strategic significance of the Kaiserberg was already evident in the Bronze Ages. And later a castle was built here. Castle Kaiserberg. But the only thing left of this castle is the wall seen here and the stairs leading to it. Right next to the Kaiserberg is what we call in Duisburg Spaghetti-Knoten or spaghetti knot. It's where the A3 and the A40 cross each other. They do so at such a weird angle that it's absolutely impossible to have a regular crossing. So there's a total of 6 bridges, just for the different lanes of the highway itself. Add 13 other bridges like railroad bridges and a nearby exit, and you have a pre-programmed chaos at rush hours. But luckily there are plans to build 2 more lanes. Built in 1966, it now supports up to 250,000 cars and trucks per day. I want to use this moment to introduce the last person missing from my German family, my sister. And even though 5 or 6 motorways are passing through Duisburg and the large industrial area, especially in the north and the very south, it's amazing to see how green the city can be seen from above. But at ground level, that green ends up having its own problems. The city coffers are empty. There's not much money left to clean up the paths passing through the Kaiserberg. Now almost forgotten and hidden behind ivy, this was once a magnificent place, and we can only imagine how wonderful it looked 120 years ago. Beautiful waterfall and cascading steps down. The only thing left is the cave where you could look through the falling water and some of the remains of the cascades. And there is also the water tower, which offered a tremendous view from its sightseeing platform. But the only thing left right now is the bottom section of the tower. And then there is Schülkeplatz, or Schülke Square. Totally overgrown. The lakes are green with algae, and they even found some dead fish in it a couple of years ago. But there is hope for these places. 2027 places the International Garden Festival at the Metropolis Ruhr. as the area between Dortmund and Duisburg is called nowadays. And there's talk about restoring these once wonderful and magnificent places here at Kaiserberg. Even though the general shape of the Kaiserberg is not in a perfect condition, there are still some things that are worth visiting. Like the Henning Memorial. Dietrich Henning was a gymnastics teacher, and he was the one that presented Duisburg and the surrounding area for the modern form of football. Or, as you Americans would call it, soccer. And then there is Sedanwiese, named after the Battle of Sedan in France, where Germany had a victory over France in 1870. There are rumors that there was a monastery that, because of some earth shifts, vanished into the ground. And there are many more small monuments all around. But there is still one highlight left that outshines every other place here at the Kaiserberg, maybe with the exception of the zoo. The Cemetery of Honors, where soldiers from World War I are buried. In August 1914, the German Reich declared war on France, and from late September the same year, the first victims of the First World War, or World War I, are buried here. At the end of the war, there were about 80 victims that died in surrounding field hospitals or were born and transported back to Duisburg that found their last resting place in these grounds. As always, I would appreciate a like, a comment, even better, a subscription. And yeah, Dad, you have to subscribe to my channel too to get me on your playlist. Next time we're going to visit the main part of the Duisburg Stadtwald.